Hello everyone. I wanted to do today's video about powdery fragrances because this year in the heat of the summer I have found I am reaching for these light feminine powdery fragrances over the typical freshies and citruses that I would normally go for. So if you're interested in having a look at I think we've got eight powdery fragrances that I've been absolutely loving. All of these I've been loving in recent weeks. Please keep watching. First up, JLo Glow. This is impeccable, is the word I'd use for JLo Glow. I cannot imagine someone not liking this. It is musky in a light way. It has musk in it. It's also got orris root. A lot of these have the orris root or iris, but these, I have a feeling a lot of these are more orris root and the musk. Musk is in a lot of these, but these are lighter musks. And this, very musky. There's fruits in here. To me, the fruity note comes off peachy, but it's actually grapefruit, I believe. You've got light white florals, you've got the grapefruit, and there's probably, what else is in here? Grapefruit is the only fruit, but you've got neroli and orange blossom. There's jasmine rose, tuberose. None of those pounce at you. This is just well blended, fresh, powdery, musky, feminine. Really, really nice. And as I say, if I didn't know, the gentle fruit tone in this is more peachy to me than grapefruit. Maybe that's the tuberose playing a role there. The longevity on this is a few hours. Hot days, this is never fail. I really, really like it. JLo Glow, and it's been around for decades. I've recently rediscovered it. So nice. You cannot go wrong with JLo Glow. Next we have Flower by Kenzo. So this is the original Flower. There's been lots of versions since. I picked this up on holiday 16 months ago. I have owned it previously. I love it. Really, really love it. This is a powdery bomb. Of all of these, perhaps this is the original powdery bomb. I can still wear this in the summer though. And as you can see, I have finished this little bottle. This is very vintage, not very vintage. You can still wear it now, but it's got a vintage in a good way feel. It's a very distinctive musk because in the base there's the musk with the incense. So the musk in the base of this has a smoky nuance, feminine, classy, slightly vintagey. The florals it's all blended, so you can't pick out all the florals. I think you can pick out the rose. There's violet in here too. What else have we got? There's citrus, jasmine. The musk in here reminds me of the Narciso Powdery cube. That's not in this list because that I've been wearing recently, the Powdery cube, because I find that a bit heavier and I've simply not been reaching for it. Love it to bits, but I've not been reaching for it in recent weeks. But the musk in the base of this reminds me very much of the Powdery cube. This has that incense with it. I really enjoy this, and it does have a nostalgia feel for me. It's heavier. People are going to know you're wearing it. It's not subtle, but something very, very classy, very classic over classy, I would say. That is the original Flower by Kenzo. I was just thinking actually, I may not repurchase this soon because I have smelled some of the others and I know there's a gazillion flankers of this, and I'd probably be interested in trying some of the flankers before going back to this, but you can't beat it. Flower by Kenzo. Scent of the day, which is Burberry Brit Rhythm. I have spoken about this before on the channel, but not for a while. I'm wearing it today. It is so good. And again, it is refreshing in the humidity. These powdery fragrances work well in the humidity. So long as they're not too powdery, these ones with a little bit of powder. Burberry Brit Rhythm also has prominent lavender note in it, but it's a smooth lavender. So it's not a herbal smelling lavender to me. It's a powdery lavender, if that makes sense. My boyfriend today said that I smelled like musk sticks. So the lavender in this, which is very noticeable, is not aromatic lavender. It's a much smoother, almost candied, powdery lavender. Burberry Brit Rhythm, I've worn this a lot for work because there is something professional and put together about it to me. It's slightly dated, I think. What's the best word? I think it is slightly dated. I don't mind that at all. It's just reminiscent of older kinds of powdery fragrances. This will stick with you too. I really like this. Next, Jimmy Choo Fever. I have spoken about this a number of times on this channel, not in the last month or so because I've spoken about it so much, but I've been wearing the heck out of it. Wearing the heck out of Jimmy Choo Fever. This on me is another powder bomb. It's very powdery on me and I love it. It combines a plum with the musk. I think there's heliotrope in here as well. There's some slight gourmand touches. There's coffee, slight. There's hazelnut, which is slight. I'm going to spray this too. I'm going to be just powdery and wonderful. This is an all year rounder. I think this works in all seasons. This was my best discovery, I would say, of 2023. Ooh, I cannot get enough of it. This one I've been wearing a lot after a shower, afternoons, evenings, to bed. It is kind of old school, but not really, not like the others I've mentioned. This is 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10. It does last on the skin. Like if I spray this on of an evening, go to bed, I can still smell this on my skin in the morning. So imagine plummy powder with it's the heliotrope powderiness and with some warm coffee and hazelnut touches. I can't really explain why I love this so much, but this is my most used fragrance in the last 5 months and almost gone. That is Jimmy Choo Fever. Next one is Kayali Musk 12. It took me a while to get a hold of a bottle of this because it was out of stock, then back in stock. Now it's out of stock again here. I feel like Musk 12 is underrated. I really, really enjoy it. I love Kayali, unapologetically so. A lot of their fragrances are better in slightly cooler weather. This one is perfect in the heat. I'm going to spray it too. because they're all of a family. They kind of go together. Yeah. This is elegant and ladylike. It's delicately floral. There's a lotus flower in here, which is, it's to me, I guess, comes to mind like aquatic floral, delicate musk. The story with this one for me is I've been finding it amazing when sometimes if I cannot sleep or if I've woken up and my sleep's been interrupted, so waking up early in the morning, I will come out, watch a little bit of YouTube, spray this on, and it will help settle me. And sometimes, yeah, I'll go back to, I'll go back to bed and go back to sleep. It's that kind of calming, very good around the house, just calming, delicate but noticeable. The longevity on this, I get 3 hours from it, which is fine for this kind of thing for me. I'll be sorry when I finish this bottle, because I'm not sure that it's available anymore. But I'm mentioning it here because truthfully I've been reaching for it heaps and I absolutely love it. That's Musk 12 by JLo. Another one that has a powdery aspect is Matcha Meditation by Maison Margiela, the replica line. I think I've mentioned before, I kind of have mixed feelings about this. The thing I like most about it is not the tea aspects, but the powdery white chocolate. I'm just going to find somewhere. Yes, the white chocolate, and I think one of the tea ingredients does contribute to the powderiness too. But that is my favorite thing about Matcha Meditation, is that powdery quality. It's perfect in a lot of weathers, actually. I think this would be great in winter if you're wanting something fresher, because it's got that powdery white chocolate. It gives it a bit of a gourmand that works in the winter time. But the powdery aspect of this makes this more interesting than, say, a plain like Elizabeth Arden green tea. Yeah, very interesting. It is grounding, as goes with the name, Matcha Meditation. But I have been reaching for it. Not as much as the others, but I've reached for this 2 or 3 times in the last fortnight. That's Matcha Meditation by Maison Margiela. Narciso Ombre, the orange cube. I have been reaching for this so much. I tried to see where I was up to by shining a light through this, and I've still got a fair way to go. As far as I can tell, it's hard to see through with this one, but of an evening in the warm weather, or any time, I have worn this during the day in recent weeks, but I've worn it a heap of an evening. It is a musky bomb, and it's got tropical florals in it. I always get it a bit wrong actually with the florals in here. All of the tropical florals you can think. Frangipani, ylang ylang, and it's just got white flowers. It's musk and cashmere in the base, and vanilla. This is easier to wear than the Powdery cube in the summertime. Let me spray it. I'm going to be... Oh, so tropical, so lovely. What I would say about this one is, to me, the florals in this, the yellow florals, do come off ever so slightly indolic. There's that kind, they are a little turned. And to me, that adds to this. It's not too much. I've been getting a lot of wear out of this. It's, again, refreshing in the heat in a powdery way rather than a blast of citrus. And like a lot of the Narcissos, it creates a musky cloud around you, and I find that very comforting going to sleep. In this case, it's a cloud of yellow florals with the musk. Very interesting, quite distinctive, I feel. It's not at all sunscreeny or anything like that. It's a different kind of tropical floral fragrance. That is Ombre by Narciso Rodriguez. The last one that I absolutely love, and it's quite different to the others, is Sensuous. Sensuous, oh, so good. Sensuous by Estee Lauder. I think I discovered this maybe 12 months ago. It's been around a long time. It's a sandalwood fragrance. It's lotiony and powdery at the same time. This feels to me, or the words that came to mind when I first smelled this was your skin but better. That's not to say it's light or insignificant. It's not light or insignificant, but it melds with your skin. The sandalwood melds with your skin. There is a powdery quality to it that is very, very comforting. This is another one I love to wear of an evening. I find it very calming, perfect for winding down. If you like sandalwood fragrances that are a little bit lotiony, this one, as I say, meets the powdery brief as well. Yeah, it's different. It's a touch old school, but thoroughly unique as well, I think. If you know Michael Kors Sexy Amber, the sandalwood in this is very similar to the sandalwood in that. That one has a much stronger amber accord. There's amber in this, but it's dialed back. Oh, it's lovely. At the moment, I'm going through an Estee Lauder phase. I'm really drawn to these. They're delicate, but structured at the same time, but there's something delicate about these Estee Lauder fragrances. I've got my eye on Beautiful Magnolia. Different, but if I had that, which I don't, it could be in this as well. It's that feminine, powdery floral. But back to Sensuous. This is great. This is affordable, and it's not my most worn evening scent, but I thoroughly love it every time I wear it. That is Sensuous by Estee Lauder. That is the lineup. I wonder what you think. And I'm really curious to know if you find that as well, that in the warmer weather, powdery fragrances can be just the ticket. I really appreciate you watching today's video, and I hope you're having a very good weekend. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.